We're back again.
LinkedIn DMs are so boring.
Hmm. Yeah, they are.
It's boring, man. I don't like LinkedIn DMs. But the interesting part about DMs going to give you sales calls, meetings with great people, close deals. So it's boring, but going to help you generate revenue for your business or for your solo business or startup and whatever you have. But why LinkedIn DMs feels boring, man?
I mean,
It's about
every
time.
no, I mean, every boring work is where actually the money is, where the money flows, and
Hmm.
the boring tasks are what actually make people just skip it and
So actually, that's a filter. Yeah.
asking for results. Yeah, totally, 100%. Yeah, it's a fucking huge filter. People are just posting here on LinkedIn. They do all the stuff. They have a good funnels. They have a brilliant websites. They have a great profiles.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the doing outreach, they just don't do it. I don't know why. They just trying to wait for that
Or they are
inbound.
doing it and
No.
doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people they're doing it wrong way, and they don't have a solid. I mean, I'm not gonna say a solid strategy, but they are just, for instance, they doing the same. They are trying to do the same thing, and they're trying to. Um, they are waiting for this for the results. But if you are trying to do the same input, you will not get this different output. You going to get the same output. So they are stick to one strategy or to one copy paste template,
Yeah.
and this is what most people I can see doing here on LinkedIn, especially. So that's the one
So,
big problem I see.
are you with the idea to give DMs and outreach to someone that knows his stuff? Maybe an agency or just someone that knows how to do the DM, or do it yourself. If you are just a startup that just starting out, you don't have big resources, or a coach or a solopreneur.
Yeah, for sure. If I don't have enough time to do
How much time
the
do you
outreach,
think
I
someone
don't
need?
I don't have a specific time to tell you, but if I'm busy with other tasks and I don't have time to do my outreach, for sure I'm gonna hire someone to do that for me because
Uh,
it's really time consuming, and you have to. It's not about just sending your first DM and that's it, and send the sequence of follow-ups, and then when the sequence of follow-ups ended,
yeah,
then that's done.
that's the old way. That's the
I
old school.
mean, you have to have a real system back with it, and to try. For instance, if just someone replies to you, you
Uh,
don't have just to follow up with him two times and say that's enough. Because what I notice is actually the people that are jumping with us on calls,
yeah.
they actually come from
How
the
many follow?
ninth
Exactly.
follow up. The we doing a lot of follow ups, 12 follow ups, 14, 15,
Yeah,
until
yeah.
we get that yes or no. So this is when we're gonna stop. We get yes or no. That's it. That's what I knew. Even if I get no, that's okay. That's totally okay, and at least I get an answer.
Mm.
And if yes, that's what we're looking for. So
So the idea is to get a yes or no. It's
exactly,
not the worst thing to have is nothing.
exactly,
No, that means a yes in the next month,
maybe.
and a yes it's that's what you are looking for. But I see a common problem. People jump into outreach, outbound, LinkedIn before having you know that foundation. And what I'm talking about is having a clear offer, a clear ICP, and LinkedIn is the right channel for them.
Hmm.
So, what do you think about this? Should I, you know, do you agree or not with this idea?
Yeah, that's totally true. Because if you don't have a clear offer, if you don't understand your offer, okay, let's
yeah,
see, let's assume that you don't, or you are not trusting your offer 100%, and you cannot explain it easily to um, a kid. If you cannot explain your offer to a kid, what are you doing exactly?
yeah, yeah.
This is totally, you're gonna just waste a lot of leads. They're
Mhm.
gonna jump, let's say they jump with you on a call, but they don't see that trust on your face and the way that you're speaking to them in the meeting, just from the way or your tone or how you're speaking or how you're trying to explain
Exactly,
that message. And
exactly.
they're gonna get that signs and they're gonna run away, and then you're gonna ask why. I get a lot of meetings but I can't close none of them.
Yeah,
And that's a very important point you
so
mentioned, which is you have to have a clear offer, and you have to trust on the things that you're providing.
exactly.
And yeah, for the
The
second
second
thing,
one, which is uh, the ICP.
yeah, I mean, this is 100% necessary thing, because if you don't define your ICP, then
So I'm
you
going to
how are you
cut you.
gonna
Yeah,
sell
yeah,
for?
yeah. I'm sorry to cut you, Mohammed. How do you define your ICP?
That's a very good question. um let's just start with one thing first, which is I see a lot of people talk about that many times on LinkedIn, how you can define your ICP,
Yeah,
and they talk about titles like go,
founder, CEO,
yeah, go
coach.
to LinkedIn, um I-
LinkedIn search bar
yeah,
and type
yeah,
this kind of
exactly,
keywords, and you're going to find some set of people. That's your ICP.
yeah,
That's actually the old school
yeah,
to do
that's
to do ICP,
that's
man.
very shit, to be honest. That's not the way that, I mean, this is just one part, but the other part is actually trying to know the people that need your service and the people that you can
Show some kind of interest.
yeah, exactly, show an interest.
Uh,
And the
Even more, show some
I
kind
mean,
of pain. I'm sorry, Mohammed, but I have to say this. Show not only interest, but show pain. I
exactly,
love this
so
word, pain.
so you
I
see,
love it.
so you see it also. I don't have nothing to say anymore.
No, you can go more because I can explain this to people, but you are the expert here because you know how to find these guys.
Yeah,
Because it's I know it's guys, it's really uh, I won't say hard, but it's complex. Myself, I don't know how to do it. Mohammed is our GTM
um
here going to explain this for you guys.
so yeah, I mean, you said it, the pain, so you have to actually look for people that they have the pain, and you have the solution that you're gonna save them from that pain and
Yeah,
solve their
exactly.
solutions. And the way to do that is actually based on something that you mentioned before, which is
Yeah,
go look for the signals. Signals are,
yeah.
for instance, if the I'm not gonna see if they raise funding, but
Funding,
I
job
mean,
search.
there are a lot of signals. There is no one specific signals that are gonna fit all, and you have to look for the signals that these companies show, these people shows in the public, um, and actually get those signals and use it for your advantage. And it can be a lot of signals, and then you have to do something we call scoring, score those signals and see which one is going to work better for you. What I mean by signals, for example,
Uh,
if they have just raised fund, if the uh,
Fun.
job changed,
Exactly. Yeah.
if they are hiring, one of your rules, if
They are
also
talking about that in a public post.
exactly, if they are talking about their pain, and you can catch it from their posts, from their blogs, from their websites, news, or whatever it is. You
So,
can do that with Clay or other tools. So
so here's the
that's the
thing.
point.
For example, we have a client which is a startup, and they are looking to reach out to a lot of people a month, so they can close more deals because they need revenue so fast. And
Hmm.
it's so hard to do it yourself or with employees. How we can scale that to the next level so we don't have to worry about the next lead.
What do you mean? I didn't get
Uh,
your
so
question.
so we got the idea, we have signals, we have everything here, we validate the market, we have a clear offer, but we
Hmm.
need to scale this and do it at scale. We can't do it, for example, with two employees and we can reach out to 1,000 ICP a month.
Do
How,
you,
how we can raise this to big numbers? How to do this at scale?
do you mean outreach, right?
Yeah, no, finding these signals, and because I can't go do this with my hands and check everyone post, everyone profile. I think there is some tools
Hmm.
that exactly. This is my question about the
Ah, okay,
tools.
okay. Oh, totally. You can. I'm not. If you can do that by hand, you're gonna waste a lot of time, and
Okay, that's the point.
that's definitely not possible.
Yeah.
And yeah, there is a lot of tools out there, but the ones that I'm using is just Clay and another tools there for a specific trigger. For
Okay.
instance, prospect.io. I mean, this is the name of it, prospect.io,
Yeah.
Clay, another bunch of tools. But most of them, they are doing the same as Clay, but Clay, there is everything inside. So I'm just keeping everything on Clay just
Okay.
for organization and stuff like that, because there is a lot of enrichment in Clay, and you can do a lot of you can extract a lot of signals just with clay enrichment. So yeah, this is the only tool I'm using. And if you have thousands of rows, you can run this enrichment for these thousands of rows, and you can get what are you looking for.
Okay, that's clear. So I know that there are, many of our audience on LinkedIn, and I know you guys watching this. Thank you so much for the support you're showing me on LinkedIn. By the way, they don't, you know, it's really hard for them to use such tools and understand complex workflows and all that stuff. They just need something simple to start with to get their first deals and first clients. How, any recommendations for them just to starting out?
I mean, a lot of people, they're just trying to say that clay is complicated and stuff like that, and actually it's not.
Uh,
It's very simple. I
it's
mean,
actually I am receiving two objections. Let's say objections.
mhm.
The first one, which is complex, and the second one, they don't have budget.
Okay, that's a very good one point
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about. Um, they don't have a budget, which is
No,
it's
they are telling me it's expensive. I don't know how much do you.
yeah, it's quite expensive. I hope they just reduce the price of that product, but yeah, this is a real pain when it comes to the budget. I mean, you can solve that with other techniques. Maybe I can explain that in the future, but there is also you can go check one tool.
What's the
Its
name?
name it's Apify. So Apify, it's actually a
For
tool for
scraping
yeah
it
for
in.
scraping data
Okay.
and stuff like that. But inside of it, you can find a lot of tools that can help you to do. I'm not gonna say the same thing as Clay, but there are just some things are the same. But
Going to speed up your process
yeah,
at
but
least.
it's not the same results. Just to not give you a promise here, it's not gonna be the same results. So yeah,
Yeah.
and if you don't have any budget, I mean, you have to start with manual work. So
Mm,
because if you don't
mm,
have a budget, you're going to have time,
exactly. That's
and
the point.
if you have time, then just spend it on building tables and
You're going
doing
to
your
learn it.
manual
Yeah.
search. So that's the point. And if you don't have time but you have budget, you're gonna buy your time with the budget, and you're gonna spend it on tools that are gonna make the process easier. So that's the rule. If we can see that, if that's correct.
So I think someone on LinkedIn mentioned something to me. I think it's on DMs. He said
Hmm.
that instead of spending all this time and resources on Clay and all the tools we mentioned it and this workflow and content, I'm
Mm.
going to take that money and spend it on ads and I'm going to get results tomorrow.
I mean,
What do you think
I
about this?
mean, everything, as Elon said one time, one of his videos, he said,
Uh-huh.
everything looks good on presentations, and if you can just well done presentation, that does not mean you can do it in real life. And this always sticks with me because I mean, running ads, it can be useful in some cases,
Yeah.
and other cases it's not.
If you already have an online presence,
Yeah,
have
because
a personal brand,
yeah,
have a clear offer, and you have an audience that believe in you. Because ads without these pillars, guys, you're going to suffer. Once you
exactly.
stop spending ads money on ads, the results are going to vanish, and
And let's say you have $200, $300 in $300
that's
in ads.
nothing,
It's
man. That's
fucking
nothing,
shit.
man.
It's like you're dropping uh, like a rock in a huge sea. Like it's nothing, bro. So yeah, it's not an efficient way to start with, and that's my opinion. I mean, maybe it's you're gonna have a different opinion, but that's my opinion. I think to start with ads is not a good choice. I mean, you can do ads
Hmm,
after you get a results and you see that you have a real strong personal brand and
exactly.
strong presence,
Hmm,
online presence.
hmm,
Then after you see, because what I notice about ads is actually a powerful thing. People that are creating content, I see a lot of people creating content, and when one of their posts go viral, they're supporting that with ads,
that's smart.
and then the post is going just crazy.
This is a hack, guys.
So
If you have a budget, I'm not talking about a big budget. If you have $100 or $200, just spend it on ads. Here's what they do. Once you have a post that give you, for example, two, three, or five inbound leads.
$2,000,
Yeah, actually, I'm seeing
200. You mean
what I said.
2,000?
Oh, oh, 200 or $100. That's what I mean. Sorry, guys. And if you have a post that generate you 3 to 5 inbound leads, that's a good sign. This post, if you spend that money on it, it's going to give you results.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing guys doing this. And it's really working. And don't spend that budget uh, on ads one time. Actually, go only for $10 to $15 each day, and let there is a rule. I believe this rule is so good. Don't give the full budget or unlimited budget, or don't let the algorithm of LinkedIn to decide how much money to spend, because they're going to spend everything because they want to win on you. Actually give them a limited budget and let them run for a week or two, and I'm sure it's going to give you results. Now let's move to the second one, and to be honest, it's really annoying, which is personalization. It's a great thing.
Hmm.
Personalize your DMs, use the name, the company name, and all that stuff. This is what people actually think about personalization. So they use Clay and they use Sales Navigator to get this data and send it for 1,000 ICP. For me, that's not personalization, and they're missing the point. Personalization is not using my name, my company page, how many followers I have. This is not personalization, because I can smell this message. I actually send it to 1,000 other person. So how we can do a real personalization, man?
Yeah, that's a very good question. As you can see, I see a lot of people they think that personalization is just
Hey, name, I saw
mentioning,
your company name. That's not
yeah,
personalization.
yeah, mentioning the company name and mentioning their let's see, last achievement or something like that. They thought this is
With the topic of the
personalization.
last post.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is shit, to be honest, because
Yeah,
people they are getting the same thing every single day, and their inbox is full of this. And if they just say the "so I saw"
mm.
stuff I noticed, then for sure they're gonna just skip you, and
Hmm.
they will not reply at all because they gonna smell that this is just what comes from what's going to come after this message is sales pitch. Okay.
Exactly.
And what I mean by personalization, real personalization is actually
Each person have specific message.
exactly. If you went to that level, you're gonna see crazy results
Yeah,
because
exactly.
every person has its own message, not a template. Not
Yeah.
it can be a template in the background, but it's totally. if you check the first message with the second message, there is no,
No
like,
pattern.
yeah, there is no pattern, the same pattern is shown. But yeah,
Mhm.
as I can see, um, this is what make what this is what really brings results. And how you can do that is actually you apply something this week, which is seeing the name, observation.
Uh, yeah, I'm going to remember that. So you can continue. I'm going to check it here on my laptop,
It's
and I'm going
I
to.
remember it. It was something observation.
Trigger,
Yeah, trigger,
observation, question.
uh, observation question. And this is, if you can see it from a wide angle, it's actually a template. But if you just if we actually get that trigger, and we get the observation from that trigger, and we
Yeah,
get the question from observation and trigger, it's going to be totally different.
yeah.
And each prospect, they're going to have their own message.
And the best part about this, you can do this at scale.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, first thing I'm starting with, which is getting that trigger. Trigger, what I mean by that, it can be a news, it can be
Mm,
an announcement this company um, announce on their website,
mhm.
on their company page, or something that that guy talk about on their post, but going to a specific point, not just a
The full,
wide range
yeah.
of their post. Going to speak about something specific on that post, and something that I can understand. This is one of the problems that we're still facing these days, which is sometimes we cannot understand the message because we're not technical on the stuff that he's doing, and
But we
which,
get a response.
yeah, exactly. But with the things that I've just say so right now, which is trigger, observation. I'm getting the observation from the trigger, which is just this trigger is just trying to normalize it. Okay, it try to just say an observation or a point of view about it, and ended up with a question, which is asking
To
about
start the conversation.
asking about that topic to really get that response and to start that conversation. And
So,
that's a really great
let's give a
point.
summary, guys. You need a trigger, then an observation, and a question.
No,
The trigger is to get the attention of your prospect. The
no,
observation is to normalize that message and make it human, and the question is to start the conversation. Okay.
exactly.
You can. By the way, I'm going to include, something. I think not a framework, but a guide for you guys to understand this, because I know it's a bit tactical, and we're going to find it in the description of this video.
All right.
So now this, I have another point, which is what is the goal, or what should be my goal in DMs? Is it closing deals or selling the meeting?
I mean,
This is a great point. I want you please to explain it to them. I'm done with seeing people start, complaining about DMs and don't understand this mindset.
it depends, but it's obvious. First thing first, you have just to sell the meeting.
Hmm.
The first step here is not just going straight forward to trying to sell your offer or pushing
Yeah.
your offer in front of them, but the first thing that you have to start with, which is just sell that first meeting first, because it's going to be easy for you to sell that first meeting, and it's not going to sound salesy for them, and
Hmm.
then they can actually take the step to actually meet you in that meeting, and then you can propose to them and actually hear them, like hear their thoughts about what they are doing, and to see if there is actually a potential to work with them or not. Because most of the time, I'm not going to say most of the time, but a lot of time, the you can see from the outside that this person is perfect fit. Okay, this is the perfect company. But
Hmm.
when you jump on a meeting and you see their company culture, you see the way they're working, the things that they're offering, what they're looking for, it's not matching your energy or your vibe, and the
Hmm.
way that you're working. So um, it's not gonna work. So it's not gonna work for you. It's not gonna work for them, and then you can end this conversation gently, and that's it. Because most of the time, it's not always working. It's not always you're not always going to actually close those deals and
Mm.
work for them. So yeah.
Especially if you are selling high tickets. If you have $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 offers, you need a meeting. Sometimes even more than one meeting to close that deal. So now I want to move to the next point, which is what's the difference between a cold DM and a cold email? Is it the same? We can send it in. What do you think about this?
Very good question. I never thought about it, but
Mm.
what I think is the cold DM of LinkedIn. It's a little bit warm than a cold email.
Okay, that's a good one.
I don't
Yeah,
know if you got this or
yeah,
not, but
yeah.
before you send DM, as I mentioned before, I don't know which episode, but I have already mentioned this. You have to do the touching points.
Yeah.
Okay, you have the prospect. They have to see your face multiple times, whatever in the comments, whatever if in the likes, whatever is if you view their profiles.
Mm.
But that's count as a touching point, and minimum of touching points that you can do 6 touching points. I think it's enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then when those people see your faces, when you send a DM, first DM,
Mm-hmm.
your face is going to be familiar with them. Your name is going to be familiar,
Mm.
and actually, it's not that cold. You know, we
Mm.
cannot call it cold, but they have already saw you and they saw your
Mm.
thoughts, for instance, in their comments, and that's actually what gonna make it easy to lend and easy to get a response. So it's much more easier to get a response on email.
Yeah,
So yeah.
so if you want to send an email, there is a feature on LinkedIn which is email.
Yeah.
If you have a premium account or your prospect have a premium account with an open profile, you can send them then an email. And the best part here, that email going to land on the email that he used to open his LinkedIn profile. So there is a high chance he's going to see that email. You can use that. Uh, Another point: should I approach LinkedIn DMs as uh, cold cold emails? I'm talking about follow-ups in here because as we know in cold emails, we send an email, then we're going to send 6 or 10 follow-ups. Should I do the same with LinkedIn DMs? What's the period should I wait before sending a DM? Is it the same or there is something else?
I mean, there is no specific rule. We're
Uh-huh.
always trying new things, but
Mhm.
I mean, it's kind of same thing when it comes to follow ups to the emails. It's kind of same thing. Not nothing different.
Mhm.
Nothing different actually. Just same thing, I guess. Just when it comes to follow up, I don't want to
Mhm.
just follow up just to say I just follow up from the recent message, and they want to check out if you're still available. This kind of stuff, it's just boring. It's just not efficient anymore. If you can see that,
Mhm.
I'm always trying to prefer to follow up with a value. And I see a lot of people saying that, but it's a value. What do you mean by value? Okay, if you
Mm.
just send a quick record video for them, try to explain um, how you can implement your offer on their
Or your
things.
product, yeah.
I think this is a value. If just you send the resources that explaining something they're gonna benefit them or they're gonna reduce their pain. This is a value, and yeah, that's always the type of follow-ups fun and useful, and they can reply rate a high reply rate rather than
Hmm.
just the sentences. I just want to follow up and just
I
want to
know
check out.
that
So
garbage.
that's
So
the point.
there is, we can say an objection. Sometimes I'm receiving it in a call or which is, uh, you know, LinkedIn is limited. I can send only, I think, 100 to 120 connection a week.
Hmm.
But in cold emails, I can send how many I can. By the way, even this problem Seems logical, seems logical that cold email actually beat cold DMs on this point.
No.
But why cold DMs only, not cold DMs, but why DMs on LinkedIn outperform cold emails?
Yeah, let's back first with the point with the limitations of LinkedIn and
Yeah,
stuff like that. I mean, you can bypass this easily by just using your employees' accounts or
that's a good
something
one.
else. So it's not that big deal. It's as anything else in this world. The thing can have advantages and disadvantages, and the
Mm,
same thing with email, and same thing with LinkedIn, and same thing with anything else.
mm,
They have their powerful points and the weak points,
mm, mm.
and it just depends on the weak points. You can pass that. It's easy. But what was your question?
So actually, my point was, in cold emails we can send thousands of emails,
Hmm.
and but on LinkedIn DMs we don't have, we have some sort of limitations.
Yeah, but
But
the
even that,
performance.
yeah, performance of LinkedIn DMs is so high than cold
Yeah, that's
DMs, and you can check this yourself online. You can search
that's
about
that's
this.
obvious because when you send as I mentioned before, when you send a DM
Mm,
and you done the touch points before you sending that email,
right.
your face is gone and your name is going to be familiar with them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to be familiar with them, and then it's going to be easy to respond first, and the cold DMs are not used by too many people. If we can see that, it's quite if we compare it with the emails,
Yeah, emails is so
it's
easy.
there is a bunch of complicated things there. People are getting, if you can see, tens, hundreds of emails a day.
And to start
But
it,
if you check their LinkedIn inboxes, you can see maximum tens. If they are famous, they're going to get a maximum 100 of DMs a day. But you can look different from just your first message, because
mm,
a short piece of the your first DM is showing
mm,
before a person check it, and if you just this short sentence that's showing, it sounds different um,
hmm
from the other DMs, and if it's catchy, 100% the person is going to check it and see it.
So now we've done the search, we sent connections, we have messages. Then it's time to ask for a call. How to
No,
ask for a call in LinkedIn DMs?
I mean, I'm the one who going to ask you this question because you are the one who writing the messages.
So
Um,
it's actually we want to collab on this because okay. So I'm going to give a few tips on this.
yeah.
So the idea is not to call people to have a meeting with you, because if
Mm.
you ask them about their time, it's going to be hard to get it from them. No one going to give you time even if you've done everything. If you have touch points, you send them good follow ups, videos, all that, because they know is going to jump on that call and you're going to sell them something. And people hate to be sold, they
To be
hate that,
sold to, yeah.
to sell to. So the idea here is to switch it to something which is call to value, not call to action. The first one is a call to action. The second one is a call to value.
Mhm.
Instead of asking you about your time, I'm going to tell you, for example, I'm going to show you how to add an extra 50K in your pipeline for the next 30 days. Is this worth a shot?
Hmm.
This is a completely different game, because
Yeah,
I'm
that's
telling you that you're going to receive something from this call which is going to benefit you. It's not about your time. And the word I'm using here is this worth your worth a shot. Not do you have a 15-minute call, or I want to do a 15-minute call. It's a big difference.
so. Yeah, that's completely a different approach. So it's obvious they're gonna see us. Who's going to see no to
Yeah, so I'm,
an
I'm going
offer
to give
that's
you
gonna
a few
benefit them?
examples from the guide I'm going to share with you in the description. For example, the call to actions, and which is not to do. For example, can we hope on a 15-minute call? Are you available next Tuesday at 3 p.m.? He's laughing because he knows not going to work, or even it's work, you're going to have a low response rate. Or let's schedule a quick chat to discuss this further. This kind of call to actions is dead and avoid it. So you have to use something else, which is the call to value. I'm going to give you a few examples. So, want me to walk you through how we can cut onboarding time by 30%? Takes only 15 minutes. So, what I'm doing here is telling you exactly what you're going to get from this call.
Mm.
Okay, then it's going to only take 15 minutes. 15 minutes is not a big deal if you compare it to the outcome you're going to
The
get.
value they're going to provide
So this
first.
is what I'm talking about. You're selling the meeting, not getting the time. And another example, I can show you how the exact framework we use to 3x our demo to close rate. Worth a quick shot. So I'm telling you here exactly the outcome. I'm telling you what you're going to get. So a call to value, not a call to action. I hope that's clear. So to not waste your time, I'm going to include this on the description. You
You can
can
check
check it
it out.
yourself. So do you have something else to add to this? Because I think we checked all the points I
I
had.
think we covered everything about DMs. I don't know.
Yeah, the follow-ups, right? We covered follow-ups. We talked about this.
Yeah, exactly. We talk about them.
But just want to said something. Mohamed said earlier that we go even for 15 follow-ups, but there's a difference, guys. If I send a message and I didn't get a response after 2 days, I'm going to send 6 follow-ups, and between each follow-ups, I'm going to have between 24 hours to 2 days. But if someone show interest, and what I mean by that, he respond to some of those messages or checked my profile, then I'm going to go for 15 and what exactly what Mohammed mentioned. So there is a big difference. You need to filter which one to go after because you don't want to waste your time on someone that doesn't care about your offer or what you are selling. This is something to keep in mind. Okay, I have another question. What about automation in LinkedIn DMs? Should we use automation to send DMs? Yes, no, and why not? Or why yes?
They're gonna ban us for this. I rather prefer to not answer this.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to answer it, guys. Okay, give me this.
Just go ahead.
So,
Talk. Feel
okay,
free.
so no one going to ban
I'm
us,
just
guys.
kidding. I'm
So,
just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you can use automation to send your.
what kind of automation? Because this is a good point you mentioned. LinkedIn going to ban you, and this is a
Uh,
real issue on the market.
yeah, so I'm not actually suggesting any random tool. The only tool that we're working with, which is HeyReach, and they are doing a very great job.
We tested many before this,
Yeah,
many
they are the only tool that we're using.
right
So
now. Yeah.
there is no different tool that we're using at the moment. And if another tool reach out and there is something that we can try, for sure we're gonna do that. But for the moment, the only tool that we're working with, which is HeyReach, and yeah, we have never faced any issue with it. We have never get any LinkedIn ban or something like that. So their IPs are very good, and you can
So this is
send.
not a promotion. We don't
Yeah, they.
know Hey Rich founders or something.
I mean, we don't. We know him, but but like
Yeah, yeah.
there is no contact with them or something like that. You can use HeyReach. This is just my opinion because I tested a lot of tools, and HeyReach is one of them that works best for us, and we never get a ban or something like that, or
Yeah,
shadow ban or something
yeah,
like that.
exactly. But I wanna add something, guys. Before sending any DM with an automation, or let's say with Hey Rich, go and warm up your LinkedIn account.
Yeah,
Okay,
this.
spend a week, or I'm going for give it 3 weeks. uh, Post content, be active, use your own hand to comment on other people's posts, send real DMs with your hand. This is really important to give those green signs to LinkedIn that this is a human being, not a bot.
Yeah, when we talked about automation, we are not talking about, because maybe this is going to be misunderstood.
Mm.
We are not talking about automating. like liking other posts or something like
Exactly.
that.
Don't use that.
We're talking just about sending messages.
Yeah.
So just to not get misunderstood.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the warming up part, which is you need to go and comment and do all that stuff you with your hands. Okay, only 30 minutes a day for 3 weeks. You're going to have a ready to go LinkedIn profile. Secondly, when you use Heritage, make sure that to choose the right country. For example, if you are in Spain, use the country Spain
Yeah.
to have the same IP address, because the reason or 90% of people get banned because they are using a different IP. For example,
Mm,
he's located in Spain, but he's using a country, for example, Germany. So LinkedIn going to see that there is two different IPs using this LinkedIn account is going to ban it because they're going to think someone get access to your LinkedIn account. So
yeah.
they're actually just going to protect yourself, protect your account.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Another thing, use for example this tool here reach only to send connection request and the first message. That's it. The rest of your outreach, do it yourself. Talk to people yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, I see a lot of people on LinkedIn, also on other platforms, talking about AI agent and all that stuff. I don't trust that stuff. If you don't build something yourself or it's not trusted, don't use it or don't connect it with your personal account, because if you get banned more than 3 times, you're going to lose your account and lose all your work. So don't risk it.
Yeah.
So I think everything is clear.
I think that's the last point. So
Okay, so thank you so much for watching us, guys. If you have questions about this, or if you need help with your campaigns on LinkedIn, reach out to us on LinkedIn. I'm going to leave everything on this in the description, and of course, subscribe. So because each week we share valuable stuff, and that's it. Do you have something else?
now I think we said it all. So yeah.
Okay.
Subscribe to the channel, motherfucker.